Have you ever wondered why absence makes the heart grow fonder, especially in power dynamics? Welcome to the world of strategic absence, a realm where your absence, not your presence, amplifies your influence and respect. This is Law 16 in action, the art of using absence to increase respect and honor. Imagine a world where you're always available, always present. In such a world, you might think that your constant availability would make you indispensable. However, the opposite is often true. The more present you are, the more common you appear. Your constant presence, instead of increasing your value, dilutes it. You become predictable, mundane, taken for granted. Instead, consider creating an air of scarcity around yourself. By not always being available, by occasionally withdrawing yourself, you become a rare commodity, a treasure to be sought after. This is the power of absence. Now, let's delve deeper into the mechanics of strategic absence. It's not about vanishing without a trace or being absent mindlessly. It's about knowing when to withdraw. When you're part of an established group and you intermittently withdraw, you create a vacuum. In your absence, others talk about you, wonder about you, and in the process, they elevate you. They start to admire you more, respect you more. You inadvertently threaten your absence for good, and that's a powerful lever to pull. When you return from your absence, it's as if you've been resurrected. People are relieved, even thrilled to see you again. Your return is a celebration, your presence a cherished gift. This is the power of your absence, the power of the void you leave behind. But remember, balance is key. Too much absence and you risk being forgotten. Too little and you lose your aura of mystery and scarcity. The key to mastering this law lies in knowing when to withdraw to create the right amount of scarcity and mystery. So go ahead, experiment with your presence and absence, and discover the power that lies in strategic withdrawal. Remember, the key to mastering this law lies in knowing when to withdraw to create the right amount of scarcity and mystery. What if unpredictability could be your greatest weapon? Think about it. Humans are naturally inclined to look for patterns in behavior. We thrive on predictability. It makes us feel safe and in control. So, what happens when someone disrupts that pattern? Q Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. By introducing the unexpected into your actions, you can keep your opponents on their toes, constantly trying to anticipate your next move. This mental gymnastics can wear them out, giving you the upper hand. Imagine a chess game where your opponent never knows what your next move will be. It's a strategy that can be incredibly effective, whether you're the underdog or the top dog. In power dynamics, unpredictability can be a powerful tool, leaving your opponents guessing and on edge. So go ahead, mix things up, keep them guessing. After all, in the game of power, the element of surprise can be your greatest ally. Is a fortress really the best protection, or could it be your downfall? Let's talk about Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. While it might seem counterintuitive, isolating yourself from the world can actually leave you more vulnerable. You see, when you cut yourself off, you also cut yourself off from critical information that could protect you. Now, imagine being in a crowd, mingling and interacting. You can gather so much more information, and oddly enough, you're actually safer. We humans are social creatures. Power doesn't come from solitude, it comes from social interaction. Think about it, when you're at the center of things, activity revolves around you. So resist the urge to retreat when things feel uncertain. Instead, push yourself to connect with old allies and venture into new social circles. Remember, power comes from social interaction, and isolation can be a dangerous strategy. Ever considered that your choice of opponents could make or break your power game? The 19th law of power underscores this point. It's not just about who you are, but also who you're up against. Choosing your opponents wisely can be the difference between a swift victory or a lifelong vendetta. Let's take a moment to consider the chessboard of power dynamics. Each player, each piece, has a unique role, a unique strength, and a unique weakness. Misjudging a single piece can lead to a checkmate. Similarly, underestimating an opponent can lead to your downfall. Some people, once defeated, might spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They harbor grudges, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Imagine, for instance, crossing swords with an individual who possesses a relentless determination. You may win the initial battle, but this person's drive to even the score could result in a never-ending war. This is a potential consequence of offending the wrong person. The art of power isn't just about winning battles, but about choosing which battles to fight. And to choose wisely, one must know their opponents intimately. This doesn't mean trusting your instincts or taking appearances at face value. It means observing your target over time, understanding their nature, their motivations, their strengths, and their weaknesses. Knowing who you're dealing with is critical in power dynamics. Choose your opponents wisely and never underestimate the power of a grudge. What if not committing to anyone could be your greatest asset? Ponder on this for a moment. Law 20 of the Power Playbook throws light on this intriguing concept. Imagine a world where your only commitment is to yourself, where your independence is your shield and your sword. It's not about being selfish, it's about playing smart. See, when you don't commit to anyone or anything, you create an aura of respect around you. You appear untouchable, unreachable, like a sovereign entity that commands admiration. Consider this scenario: an ongoing feud between two parties. You could join one side and be part of the fray, or you can stay aloof, feign interest. Let them do the fighting while you watch and wait. You maintain your independence, your position of power. And then, when the dust settles, you can step in, acting as the mediator, the peacemaker, the one who holds the balance of power. Stirring up quarrels, then gaining power by acting as the go-between, might seem a tad Machiavellian. But power isn't always about making friends. Sometimes it's about strategy, about understanding the chessboard from a distance, and making moves that serve your interest. Commitment can be a strength, but in the game of power, non-commitment can be an even greater one. In the game of power, independence is key. Remember, the only cause you should commit to is yourself.